College football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. Mountain West opener for both teams in Logan, Utah. It's the UNLV Rebels against the Utah State Aggies. With Utah State Hall of Fame running back Robert Turbin. Chris Lewis here with you. I'm sure this is a special game for you back at your old stomping grounds.
It's always a special opportunity to come back home is what I call this place. So excited for today's game.
Good matchup too. Fascinating on paper with both of these teams. Different directions so far in the early season.
Well, we know Utah State, Mountain West defending champions, but we got a hungry UNLV team coming to take the crown today.
All right, well, let's get into the coaches for both of these teams. On the side of Utah State, you mentioned Blake Anderson. Last year, a lot of success. The Mountain West champions this year, some adversity, including a loss last time out to FCS Weber State right down the road in Ogden.
Yeah, they're going to look to make a change, turn some things around in this football game, and it really comes down to confidence, particularly at the quarterback position.
Player of the week, had a great game against Idaho State, and he really has kept it rolling ever since.
Yeah, he's been one of the best quarterbacks, not only in the Mountain West Conference, but really in the nation, leading the Mountain West Conference in total offense right now and touchdown passes. He's certainly going to be someone good. That's this Utah State defense is going to be difficult to stop.
Sophomore out of Inglewood, California, leading the UNLV offense from the 35. Robbins on first down, stood up at the line of scrimmage. Daniel Greshik, the first one there for the Aggies. UNLV, their offense. We highlighted Brumfield and Robbins as two big weapons, but Ricky White got your attention at the wideout position.
Man, Ricky White is one of the best route runners that I have seen in college football. He is one of the best third down threats that this UNLV offense has. Looking for him to have a big game today.
2nd and 10. Brumfield play action, pressured and dropped. Back at the 24. So a big loss on 2nd down. Tuiaki, the first one there for the Aggies.
This Utah State defense coming in with the game plan to put pressure on Brumfield. You see the swim move right there, getting into the backfield and getting the sack on Brumfield.
3rd down and 17. UNLV this season, 41% on 3rd downs. This is a long one. Just get it off. 4-man rush. Throwing a screen, blown up. Dominic Tatum all over that one on Robbins. What a start for Utah State defensively.
Utah State in a 2-deep man right there, playing the safe rush with their front four. Great job by the linebacker, reading the screen, driving on the football, and making a play.
UNLV has put up 41 points per game this year, and one of the most productive offenses in this conference early in the season. They go 3 and out, and Marshall Nichols into punt. Cooper Jones is the Utah State punt returner. And Jones has space. Hit at the 35, makes a man miss. To the near sideline, finally dragged down around the 43. So Utah State gets great field position for their first possession. And here's Logan Bonner. It was a struggle last week, just 12 for 31, only 120 yards, 3 interceptions. He's looking for a bounce back.
Yeah, hasn't played with much confidence this season. Talking to Coach Anderson prior to this football game. Wants to see him, I mean, listen, he's a playmaker, right? So just wants to see him bring that playmaking ability out and see how he can do in today's football game.
Set a handful of school records in the passing game a season ago en route to a conference championship. On first down, Bonner, high throw that's tipped and nearly picked. Right at midfield. He was looking for Brian Cobbs. Cameron Oliver was right there.
Brian Cobbs right there, just on the spot route, finding a little opening in the zone. Just got away from Bonner there on that pass. Really getting nerves going on there.
On 2nd down, this time on the opposite side from McGriff. It's knocked away from him and incomplete. Noel Williams, Jonathan Baldwin, both in the area. There's a flag down. Mike Catone, the referee, before the camera was on him, it was a pass, or it was a roughing the passer. At least that was what it initially was called.
Correction from the previous spot.
And there we go. So we got the microphone working there. Roughing the passer as Logan Bonner and company get to move 15 yards down the field.
Yeah, can't hit the quarterback below the waist there. Good job by Logan Bonner, sitting in the pocket after a bad first play, getting it across the middle of his receiver. Now it's a first down.
And Calvin Tyler gets the carry on first down and dances his way past the 40-yard line, inside the 40 to around the 37 before Jeray Williams, the one to bring him down. Utah State offensively, one change. Kyle Van Leeuwen injured a couple of weeks ago against Weber State. He's out for the season. So the Aggies rotating receivers in his absence. Going deep to a receiver, Cobbs on the far side. On 2nd down and 6, it's incomplete.
Talked to Coach Anthony Tucker before the game. Wanting to establish the run game, have to get it going so far this season. 3.7 yards per carry, just under the 4-yard mark is what they want. Also want to attack this secondary with Logan Bonner. We saw it right there, just a little out of his range.
3rd down and 6. It's a draw to Tyler. Dances near side. There is a flag down. He has the first down. We'll check the penalty as the Oregon State transfer, 2nd-year Aggie, does get enough for the first.
Yeah, just a simple read zone play.
Holding, number 72 offense. 10-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
So Alfred Edwards, the left tackle, 5th-year starter on the penalty.
You see it right here as Calvin Tyler bounces to the outside. He just gets that left hand. Got to get it off. We saw that, got a holding penalty there.
That was a theme a couple of weeks back. Utah State coming off of a bye. Their last game was the rough loss to Weber State right here.
Receivers out wide. Griff coming in.
On 3rd and 16, it's a draw. Tyler barrels his way past the 45 to the 43. But that's still well shy of a first down, and we'll see how Utah State handles a 4th down in about 10 in plus territory. They bring in their punt unit.
Yeah, just a draw play right there, trying to get some yardage, winning the field position battle in this situation. Not many plays in the offensive playbook for 3rd and 16.
That is, they did have the first down on a Tyler run. The penalty by Edwards brought it back. Cottonlee's punt breaks down right at the 1. Utah State's punt coverage, Robert, you talked about the field position game. Well, Utah State wins the battle through the opening possession. So UNLV will start from the 1, where we return to Maverick Stadium. Each team with a punt on their first possession. It's time for Built for Success, brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. And Robert, your keys.
Yeah, for UNLV, it's about winning one-on-one matchups. We know Utah State like to play man coverage, so they're going to have to win on those 50-50 balls. And also putting pressure on the quarterback. We saw last series, Sidney Tuiaki get a sack. For Utah State, confidence with Logan Bonner. He's got to play like himself. He's got to be himself. He's got to believe in himself. And then they have to stop the run. If they let Aiden Robbins get going, it's going to be tough sledding for this Utah State defense.
Well, tough sledding deep in their own territory, and on first down from the 1, it's a Doug Brumfield quarterback sneak that gains 1. A.J. Vongpachon on the stop, but this is a key area right here for UNLV not to make a mistake.
Yeah, quarterback sneak right here, just trying to create a little bit of space for this offense to operate.
UNLV had a big 90-plus yard drive a week ago against North Texas in the win. Coach Marcus Arroyo called that the knockout blow. 2nd down and 9. Robbins through one-arm tackle and gets a little bit more breathing room with a pickup of 2. And once again, Vongpachon on the tackle. So 3rd down, long coming up for UNLV.
You still have enough space right here for a pass. Doug Brumfield, one of the better playmakers in this conference. I think you'll see a play action pass right here.
3rd and 8 from the 3. Brumfield hands it off. Robbins needed the 11. He slung down at the 10. So needed 8, gets 7. Hunter Reynolds makes the tackle just in time, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice play call by Coach Arroyo on this offense. Didn't get the first down, went with the read zone there out of the pistol. Credit this Utah State defense for getting the stop just short of the first down.
Seeing a couple of safe play calls on each side of things on the 3rd and long.
Yeah, you don't want to put your offense in, in a situation where the defense can get a turnover, right? Rather play the field position game, which advantage is Utah State right now.
Cooper Jones crawls to the 48. So 2nd straight possession for Utah State with great field position to start it. See if the Aggie offense can get rolling with Logan Bonner at the control.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance. By Verizon, the network America relies on. And by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. What's your beef?
That the 2021 Mountain West Championship against San Diego State. Boy, did Utah State dominate that game. Logan Bonner for more than 300 yards. He had 4 touchdowns. Part of that dynamic passing attack for the Aggies a season ago. Hasn't been the same early this season. See it right there. They haven't scored a touchdown on offense in the last 8 quarters.
About keeping drives moving, Chris, and if you can't convert on 3rd down, it's going to be hard to score touchdowns. Just over 23% on 3rd down this season for the Aggies. They've got to get that corrected if they want to score points.
Terrell Vaughn on the first play of the drive from Logan Bonner. That's 19 yards.
Yeah, this Utah State offense likes to run a lot of routes across the middle. You see they're spread wide. These wide receivers bodes well for a lot of in-breaking routes.
You get the big chunk play, you go quick. That's a staple for Utah State with Blake Anderson as the head coach. Calvin Tyler scampers for 7 before he's knocked down by Jere Williams.
Calvin Tyler Jr. determined to have a big game this week. Feels like it needs to go through him for this offense to start to get going.
Flag down before 2nd and short.
False start. Number 6, offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Nana Davis, one of the receivers, with a false start.
Yeah, these are the things you can't have right here, right? Just had a big play across the middle. Utah State, these are the things that slow your rhythm down as you're gaining momentum on a drive.
You mentioned, Robert, the struggle on 3rd downs. One way to avoid it, don't have 3rd downs. 2nd and 7, Bonner on a run play, and that's important to see for Blake Anderson, the head coach for Utah State, seeing his quarterback run, testing that knee. That's structurally sound, they say, but him getting confidence in that knee that was injured in the bowl game last year is a big key for them going forward.
100%. That was the big thing that both Coach Anderson and offensive coordinator Anthony Tucker talked about prior to this football game. Want to see him run the football with confidence. He has the ability. He is healthy. Just got to display it out there on the field.
That was a miscommunication on the 3rd and 5. Tyler just stopped his route, and the pass floated over his head, and it brings up 4th down.
See Tyler right here coming in on an angle route. What happens there is the defense is in a bracket. He's got one guy on his outside, one guy on his inside, so he's thinking, I'm going to stop right here in this open window. Bonner thought he was going to keep going. Miscommunication. Now we're set for a field goal.
45 yards for Connor Coles in his career from in between 40 and 49. He's 7 for 12. First points. Coles has enough and through. There is a flag down right by the kicker Cole, so we'll check to see if this is perhaps running into roughing. Remember, it was 4th and 5.
It was 4th and 5. So either way, it's going to be a first down potentially for the Aggies. And it looks like to me there's a little acting job there from our kicker, huh?
Jeray Williams.
Connor Cole
agrees with you for sure. The player who ran in for UNLV.
See what we got here. This looks like it's going to be a first down.
Running in the kicker on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Results as a first down.
Yep, so I don't need to measure anything. It was 4th and 5. Running into is enough, and that has to be painful for Marcus Arroyo.
Coach Arroyo, I'm sure, is livid right now. Can't give opportunities to a team who has been struggling this season, desperate for a win.
We mentioned the scoring drought, the offensive touchdown drought. Have a chance to end it still on this drive with Bonner back to work with a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 22. Keep it on the ground. Calvin Tyler, stiff arm. Jumps ahead, past the 20, inside the red zone. And gains 8 on first down. Jonathan Baldwin on the tackle for UNLV. Tonight's red zone is brought to you by Verizon. You can see Utah State well under the national percentage for touchdowns in the red zone. Tyler again.
Anthony Tucker going to Calvin Tyler Jr. again here. As we spoke about earlier, they wanted to emphasize the run game, let everything kind of flow through that, take some pressure off of Logan Bonner.
It's 1 yard shy of a first down. 3rd and 1. Bonner keeps and jumps ahead to near the 11. That's enough for the first down. So Logan Bonner on that option decides to keep the ball. Again, trusting in that knee.
100%. This is exactly what Coach Anderson and that staff wanted to see. At times earlier in this season, right, he would have a pull read, which means the defensive end is crashing down on the running back. So therefore, he's supposed to keep it, but he would give anyway. Not that time. He made the right decision.
First down, Bonner. Clean pocket. Guns near side. McGriff, strong arms, makes the catch for a score. There is a flag down. The question is, did McGriff push off?
This was an excellent route by McGriff here. I talked about those in-breaking routes with the wide receivers lining up so wide. Hit the corner with the double move there. Broke in, then broke back outside to the corner. Logan Bonner was able to find him.
Pass interference, number 2 defense. That penalty will be declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
So the pass interference goes on the defense. Count the score for Justin McGriff.
Look at that here. Presses up, presses inside, then breaks out. Noah Williams grabs him there. Clear pass interference. He's able to fight through that. Jump up for the 50-50 ball. Come down for it for a touchdown.
Second touchdown reception of the year, 9th of his career, Justin McGriff. Senior out of Tampa, Florida, and Utah State's touchdown drought is done.
Utah State getting on the board for the first time today. Gotta love it.
Utah State gets on the board with a touchdown. Justin McGriff, it's 7-0 Aggies.
Here we go right here. He attacks his inside shoulder, presses up, breaks in like he's gonna run a slant, then comes back out. Corner's lost right there. Logan Bonner's able to find him in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. Let's look at it. Boom, presses up inside, breaks right back out. Corner's lost right there. Great play design, great route run by Justin McGriff.
Number 65 for the receiving team.
And that note says a lot as Blake Anderson can exhale a little bit as Utah State did not score an offensive touchdown a couple of weeks ago in their last game against Weber State. Before that, they played Alabama. Not score against them as well. Noel Williams on the return for UNLV. There is a flag down as he gets to the 21.
Nice return by UNLV there. Broke a couple tackles, but the penalties, looks like it's going to be holding on UNLV. Really setting this football team back if they've got another one here.
Holding, number 38 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
So once again, the Rebel offense inside the 20-yard line to begin the possession. They are off to a great start this season, looking for their first 3-1 beginning since 2008. And they've done it on the backs of their offense, 41 points per game. They're covering a lot of ground with the leader in total offense in the Mountain West, and Doug Brumfield at quarterback.
Doug Brumfield, you see him going up there, changing the play. Talked to offensive coordinator Nick Holtz before the game. Talked about how he's given Doug Brumfield a lot of autonomy to change plays at the line of scrimmage.
Robbins gets the carry on first down. And does that come from Nick Holtz and his background coaching Derek Carr with the Raiders, and now he's letting Doug Brumfield have some of the same responsibilities as an NFL quarterback?
I'm sure it comes from that background, yes, but you have to have a quarterback that you can trust with that knowledge and that ability to be able to do that in a football game. Doug Brumfield has more than earned that right for this UNLV offense.
Courtney Reese out of the backfield picks up a first down on a reception. Just his 4th catch of the year for the number 2 running back for UNLV.
Simple flat route there. Gotta love the way. One of the things Doug Brumfield does really well, sits in the pocket, gets the ball out quickly. Was able to make a quick read right there, find his back in the flat, get a first down.
1st and 10 from the 26. Fake the pitch. Brumfield, the big lefty, unleashes down the far sidelines for Kyle Williams. Can't continue the run down the sideline, but still a big chunk for the Rebels through the air.
And this is exactly what we talked about here, right? Winning those one-on-one matchups. You see the corner with a little bit of hole, loses his footing there, leaves the wide receiver wide open. Kyle Williams for a first down. Luckily, ball was just behind him, or else that would have been a touchdown.
Nyanwu, the one who slipped for Utah State. And that's that big chunk that UNLV has gotten all year long. In plus territory, Robbins on first down, stretched out near the sideline and is gang tackled. Half the Aggie defense in on the stop.
Got an opportunity to talk to defensive coordinator Coach Bando. The goal today is to make, Coach Bando, the goal for this USU defense is to make UNLV one-dimensional. That starts by stopping the run. Great play on first down right there.
Robbins coming off of an incredible game against North Texas. Over 200 yards on the ground.
Timeout, Utah State. This is their first timeout of the half. Media timeout.
Not a happy head coach to take that timeout. With UNLV on the move, on the road. CBS Sports celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month. And that's significant. These two teams you have on the left, Marcus Arroyo, who's one of 3 Hispanic head coaches in the Mountain West. And Ephraim Banda, who's the defensive coordinator on the side of Utah State. One of 2 Hispanic defensive coordinators in FBS, both extremely proud of their heritage. Both these coaches, in their own ways, desperate for a win. UNLV wants to continue their hot start. Utah State wants to bounce back from a loss to an FCS team a couple weeks back. Brumfield flicks the wrist, unleashes down the sidelines, and it's caught. Jeff Weimer in traffic brings it in. A.J. Carter in coverage. It's 1st and goal, UNLV.
Jeff Weimer with a heck of a catch. Not bad by Carter here. He's with him step by step. Got to get his head around, make a play on the football. But a great catch by Jeff Ryman right there, winning another one-on-one match. It's going to be a big theme all game.
First and goal from the 7.
Here it is again.
There's that big ball and a flag down.
That time I think they might get a Johnny Carter.
Ricky White, Michigan State transfer, was the intended receiver.
I really didn't see anything on this play here on either side. So it's an interesting discussion the referees are having here.
Nick Carter didn't get his head turned around, and that could be a key here.
But he did play the football, hands to hands. He may not have got his head turned around, but he did play the ball. So it'll be interesting here.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, number 12 of the defense. Pass interference, number 11 of the offense. Those penalties will offset. Replay first down.
Interesting call here by the referee.
You were saying that's just like natural fighting for the football there.
2 guys going after the football. Looked like a legal play to me on both sides. But we're going to replay the down.
That play didn't happen. First and goal.
Here comes a run with Aiden Robbins. You see it again. Doug Brumfield changing the play.
From the 7, here is that Robbins run. Blast into the line of scrimmage and picks up a couple.
A lot of times what you're seeing there, what Doug is doing there, is trying to put the offense in the best position to run the football. Normally you have a run called to one side. Defense lines up in a certain look. You switch it over to the other.
The team change a little personnel. Bunch to the near side for UNLV on a 2nd and goal from the 4. Brumfield, speed option, far side, stiff arm, stays on his feet, dives ahead and scores. Doug Brumfield, a touchdown rush, his 3rd rushing score of the year.
Well, this is all Doug Brumfield right here on this play. Running the speed option to the left. Utah State defends it perfectly. They got a guy on the quarterback, a guy on the running back, but we talked about the playmaking ability of Doug Brumfield. Stiffs arm the defender, gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
He won a preseason quarterback competition with Harrison Bailey and Cameron Friel. He's been proving the coaching staff right all season for UNLV. Another touchdown for Brumfield to even up this game. Using his wheels after he used his arm earlier on in the drive. A Doug Brumfield rushing touchdown to even this game up at 7. Interesting story. Brumfield spent 8 days in April in the transfer portal. Elected to come back, but Marcus Arroyo, the head coach, said, hey, your biggest challenge won't be on the field. Your biggest challenge will be earning the respect back from your teammates. And he's earned it back, not by his play. I mean, the numbers are great, but Arroyo said he's the first one in, he's the last one out. He's putting in the work, and the results are there.
Doug Brumfield bet on himself. Let's take a look at Logan Bonner finding Justin McGriff in the end zone for a touchdown. That was the first score of the day, going up and getting it. You gotta love that connectivity between Logan and Justin. Talked to offensive coordinator Anthony Tucker before the game. Felt like Justin McGriff was gonna be key in this football game. So far, it showed itself.
Well, what have you seen from Logan Bonner? He was in the spotlight coming into this game, coming off of that performance a couple of weeks back against Weber State.
Well, he was on the hot seat. I don't know if any quarterback in the nation had been on a hotter seat going into a football game. Coach Anderson thought about going in another direction if he didn't see the confidence out of Logan Bonner. So far, so good. Had a couple overthrows, but he's starting to settle into this football game.
First down delivers to the freshman, Robert Briggs. Second down, it's Briggs once more. Scampers ahead to near the 30-yard line. That's Cooper Laga, who's the backup quarterback. He had the big performance in the bowl game, the LA Bowl against Oregon State, leading Utah State to the win when Logan Bonner got hurt early in that contest. And again, with Bonner having some struggles in that performance against Weber State, or some wondering whether Cooper Laga would get a shot. On third down, flag down.
Yeah, Cooper Laga. Coach Anderson has all the confidence.
False start, 61 offense, 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
Coach Anderson spoke about the confidence that he has in Cooper Laga. Says he has all the tools to be able to run the offense the way that they want to run it, so they will not hesitate if they feel like they need to go in another direction today.
A penalty turns it into a 3rd and 11, and then another flag down in the Aggie backfield.
False start, 22 offense, 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
And those are things, you go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 16.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about two somewhat positive plays right on 1st and 2nd down. Now you've put yourself in position for a 3rd and very long. Going to be hard to convert this. They'll probably run an inside zone play here.
And a freshman on that penalty. Utah State playing a lot of young players. 14 freshmen in the rotation. 3rd down and long. Bonner rifles near sideline, too tall. Terrell Vaughn was the receiver, and Williams in coverage for UNLV, and the punting unit comes on for Utah State.
Tried to run a wheel route there. If that ball would have been in play, could have been intercepted. Luckily, ball was thrown out of bounds right there. Good coverage.
Well, penalties destroyed that drive for Utah State. Low snap. Cottonley does get it off. And a big collision on the catch. Noel Williams has it knocked away. Ball on the turf, but imagine there'll be a couple of penalties here. One for running into Williams, and then maybe some for the pile-up by the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the gunner there might have gotten to the returner just a tad early, but it was really the extracurricular activity after the play that caused the extra flag.
A lot to sort out. Mike Catone's our referee. But in those special teams as a gunner, is it difficult to sort of track the ball? I imagine the ball's flying over your head, you're running down the field, you're looking to make the hit, make a big play for your team. That must be tough to time.
Yeah, you have to break down, though, and use your technique as you're approaching the punt returner so you don't put yourself in a position to get there too early. But the headbutt after the play was uncalled for. So we may have 2 penalties on the Aggies here. See Coach Anderson talking to Jamie Nance there about what happened.
It's time for us to learn what happened.
The ruling on the field is kick catch interference, number 16 of the kicking team. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 16 of the kicking team. The previous play is under further review.
Yeah, this is a dicey one, Chris, because here it is right here. Just got there a tad too early, bang, bang, just a tad. But it's here after the play. See if we if we can show it there. Got there too early on the punt return. There's the running into the, kick catch interference. You see the returner there say, hey, where's the flag? And boom, there it is right there. Uncalled for headbutt. I mean, you've already, even if he did catch the punt, you've already made the tackle. Not sure what he was thinking there.
That was Michael. What was he thinking?
And potentially could be ejected from this football game.
Jamie Nance headbutting Noel Williams. Nance, who's a transfer from Nebraska.
I saw that earlier.
There's on the other end with Cottonley. Oh, wow. You mentioned they're going to review. If his knee is down when he has the ball, that's where UNLV is going to get the football.
You know, I saw this as the play was going. Thought maybe he got his knee off the ground. But this could be a huge mistake for the Utah State Aggies. And then the question is,
right here, his knee is on the ground.
His knee is definitely down.
He has the ball. That's where he's down.
Wow. Inside the 5-yard line.
And then not to mention, you'll have the penalty, which moves it even closer.
Absolutely. Unbelievable turn of events here early in this football game.
I mean, that's the effect of a game-changing turnover. Your knee being on the ground with the low snap. Now, the long snapper, Jacob Garcia for Utah State, kind of look at that and see, maybe could you have gotten the snap up a little higher there?
After further review, the punter's knee was down prior to kicking the ball. The ball will be spotted at the 5-yard line. However, after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 16 of the kicking team. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. It will be UNLV ball, first and goal. Will the clock operator please reset the game clock to 1:34? And this is number 16 of Utah State, first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
So just his first one. If he gets another one, then he's out of the game. So he gets to stay in play, but a huge mistake by this Utah State special teams unit. Definitely has got to get that ball up on the snap.
Gets the pat on the back from the sideline, but in the first quarter late, you're giving an offense in UNLV and moves the ball down the field well enough, giving them the ball around the doorstep. It's interesting. One of the storylines from the Weber State game here in Logan was the boos from the crowd about the offense for the Aggies, and quarterback Logan Bonner heard some boos from the home crowd. Well, right now the boos from this crowd at Maverick Stadium to the officiating crew. However, I mean, the video's the video. His knee was down when he had the ball.
I think these fans are just disappointed at how this game is turned around. But if you're the Utah State Aggies right now and you're Coach Anderson and you're this defense, you have to see this as an opportunity, right? Things haven't gone your way over the last 2 or 3 minutes of this football game. Mistakes are going to happen. How do you respond? That is the DNA of a championship football team. You see this defense trying to get this crowd to get loud. Stand behind them.
And the defense helped out the special teams on a first and goal from UNLV.
Here comes Aiden Robbins.
Aiden Robbins on first down. He's 6'3", he's 230 pounds, pushes the pile to the 1-yard line.
Just a simple inside zone play to the left. He is a big back. Certainly trust him to be able to punch it in here. I expect him to give it to him again.
Yeah, 7 touchdowns total this year, 6 on the ground, 1 as a reception. 2nd and goal from the 1. Brumfield hands it to Robbins. Robbins has stood up, tries to lean forward, but he doesn't get in. Utah State's defense survives another play, and it's 3rd and goal.
I give credit to this Utah State defensive line right now. But here it is, the money down. Can they make a play? Sneak.
Quick a sneak on 3rd and goal. Doug Brumfield, no signal yet. There it is, touchdown, UNLV. 2nd rushing touchdown of the game for Brumfield, doubling his rushing touchdown total coming in. And UNLV takes advantage of the special teams mistake for Utah State.
Looks like we got an injury.
Mention a player down for Utah State, and it's one of those tough-looking injuries, and don't really want to see that one down by the goal line.
Here's the quarterback sneak.
Rolling on the field is a touchdown. Timeout for injury.
You know, I've got to be honest here, Chris. Great second effort by Doug Brumfield and this offense, getting it in to the end zone.
Right now, the concern is, you look at Blake Anderson right there. It's, I believe, Sini Tuiaki for Utah State. And
already lost.
This is a tough one.
Already lost Philip Paya for the season to an injury. Hate to see guys go down like this. As I was saying, though, about the quarterback sneak, I thought the call was a little late there. Thought maybe defense did a decent job standing up that play, but credit UNLV, second effort, getting into the end zone. But right now, obviously the concern is Sini Tuiaki, redshirt freshman out of Salt Lake City, to East High School. He's a Utah native.
He's known throughout the walls of the Utah State football facility as Turbo.
It's a beautiful nickname to have. Certainly one of the great teammates of this football team, and you can see how much these guys care about each other, care about their teammate here as Utah State football team jogs onto the field to give them some love.
Sini Tuiaki injured for Utah State, but this is part of the brotherhood of the game of football. And not just Utah State players. Even by the side of it, you can see UNLV's players' faces just as concerned.
You see teammates even going back again to ensure he's okay. Let him know, man, we got your back. See the emotion there from Sini Tuiaki.
There you go. He's strong, telling his team to stay strong. Extra point is through. Just one of the tough things about the game of football is you see something that gruesome, and then you just have to keep on playing. It's just really tough. I mean, something only football players can really relate to.
Here it is again. Knee down on the catch. And then Doug Brumfield fighting to get into the end zone.
Of all the players to hope that that sneak did not get in, that punter, Ratzenley, was hoping that that sneak wasn't enough for 6. It was.
Well, I thought it was a late whistle there. But credit UNLV, took advantage of the turnover, the field position. Now they're up 14-7.
UNLV taking advantage of the Utah State mistake. Looking to go 3-1 for the first time since 2008. Utah State set to get the football once more. That's a short kick. And picked up at the 20-yard line. And it's Cooper Jones who gets to the 27. Friday night, 11 Eastern, we're back with more Rebel football. UNLV hosts the New Mexico Lobos. Catch the kickoff right here on CBS Sports Network. Taking a look at what's going on in the Mountain West. Last night on CBS Sports Network, surprising result. Boise State goes down to UTEP. And then some fallout. Tim Plow earlier today relieved of his duties as the offensive coordinator. Dirk Cutter, former Boise State head coach, will take over as the Boise State OC. Tyler on first down is wrapped up by the 32-yard line.
Right there, Utah State. Simple power play, pulling the left guard. Tyler finding the A-gap, getting a few yards.
First quarter winding down. Utah State trying to get another play off. They do, and it's Bonner by the sidelines, finding Brian Cobbs right in front of Cameron Oliver. And looks like he's going to be marked a yard shy of the first down. So it's a third down and short for Utah State to start quarter number 2. UNLV, 14-7 lead. The end of 1. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. Last year's meeting between these teams in Vegas. UNLV was leading at the half, but Utah State all season long was great at coming from behind. They did it again, thanks in large part to Devin Tompkins. Charles Williams, the Chuck Wagon, he was unreal, over 200 yards on the ground. But Elion Noah completed the comeback in the last minute of the game. 11-yard rushing touchdown to take the lead. Utah State won it 28-24, their 6th straight win against the Rebels.
Yeah, that was a tight game last season, but make no mistake about it. This is a different UNLV team this year.
That was a big play. It was a third down and 1, and they don't get it. Alvin Tyler gets the handoff, and he is stood up for a loss. And that brings up fourth down, and the third down struggles for Utah State continue.
Yeah, I thought right there putting the ball in Logan Bonner's hands might have been a better option, giving him the ability to run or pass. They decide to go with an inside zone play, and this UNL defense says, not today.
Williams on the punt return and sneaks out of bounds by the 35-yard line. Remember, it was a punt where the punter's knee was on the ground, which gave UNLV their 2nd touchdown of the game. Doug Brumfield's been great.
Been great like he's been all season long, getting the ball out of his hands quickly, finding his targets down the field, and give credit to these receivers, making plays in one-on-one. And then right here, Doug Brumfield doing what he does best, making plays, breaking tackles, getting into the end zone for a touchdown.
Brumfield ran for 100 yards last week. He's run for 2 touchdowns so far in this game. On first down, handoff, Aiden Robbins to the 41. Vong Pachon has been all over the field for Utah State's defense. Gets credit for another tackle.
Aiden Robbins right there. Play up the middle. But again, this Utah State defense doing pretty well in the run so far.
Second and 7 from the 41. Brumfield play action, screen set up. This is Zion, dives past midfield, and he has a first down for UNLV. Omario KK on the tackle after a pickup of 8.
This play could have been a much bigger play, but credit Omario KK for getting to the football, making the tackle. A great play design, though, by UNLV. Recognizing Utah State wanting to blitz, countering that with the screenplay.
Team that averages 480 yards per game, again on the move. First down, fake the pitch. Brumfield looks far side, sends to Weimer, cuts up the field, has the first down, lowers the shoulder to send a message. His sideline loves it. On a pickup, on a throw to the flats.
Coach Arroyo talks about this team being tough, setting the tempo against teams that they're playing against. You love to see it. He could have went out of bounds right here, Gervin Hall. Instead, he lowers his shoulder and gives him a little boom on that play for a big play on first down.
Well, they rule it a yard shy of the first. They didn't give him the last lunge, so Weimer gets it again and says, I got the first down this time. Clearly, first down and more to the 33.
Yeah, I thought he converted for a first down on the last play. They say, you know what, Gerv? We'll give the ball back to you. Let's get the first down right here. Quick screen play right there. Nice block by the wide receiver. He's able to get upfield, convert for a first down.
Robbins to the left of Brumfield on first down. Brumfield's pressure. Athleticism to escape. And scampers to the sideline. Picks up a couple, but that's what he can do. Play's not there. He can still get you to the line of scrimmage or more.
I love the balance that Doug Brumfield has in his game. He doesn't mind staying in the pocket. He doesn't leave the pocket until he has to. Right there, pocket was collapsing. He breaks out to the outside, does a smart thing, gets out of bounds. Playing second down.
Second and 10 from the 33. Brumfield jumps and throws. It's a dangerous pass that's nearly picked. Vong Pachon all over Balloon Guy, the number 2 tight end for UNLV. It brings up third down.
The left tackle, Davion McDaniel, for this UNLV team, gets beat inside. You've got running back help by Aiden Robbins. Would like to see him set inside more. Allow Robbins to help him on the chip, give Brumfield a little bit more time, but great defensive play by Utah State there.
John Ward's provided pressure on the last 2 pass attempts for Utah State. Pass rush situation here on a 3rd and 10. Whistle before the snap.
Timeout. UNLV. This is the first timeout of the half. Media time.
Timeout before a 3rd down, and you think of how you approach this 3rd down in borderline field goal range. Tomorrow, it's week 3 of the NFL on CBS. Great slate of games, including Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on the road against the Colts. Got 2 undefeated teams in Miami. Josh Allen's Bills against the Dolphins, or the Bengals against the Jets. The day begins noon Eastern. JB and the guys on the NFL Today coming up tomorrow on CBS. And last week, it's a great day for the passing game of the Dolphins and a great day for your fantasy team if you had either one of those guys on your roster.
Gotta love fantasy. Tyreek Hill, one of the best receivers in the NFL. Jalen Waddle coming up under his tutelage. You can tell he's having a positive effect. Big run here by
Third down run by Robbins, who rumbles to the 5-yard line. Aiden Robbins, an explosive run of 27 before Dervin Hall finds him.
Outside zone play to the left. They hadn't run this all game. Utah State may not have been expecting it. Aiden, as we've talked about, one of the best running backs in the Mountain West Conference. Big gain right there.
First and goal, UNLV set up the fade. It is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Kyle Williams.
Kyle Williams, Mountain West Freshman of the Year. One of the most versatile players that they have on this UNLV offense. Challenging these corners. You see him make a move at the line of scrimmage, get to the outside leverage, come down for another touchdown. Winning one-on-one matchups. Shows itself again.
Brumfield, 8 of 9, 102 yards, a passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, as UNLV, for the first time in this game, leads by 2 scores. Doug Brumfield, Mr. Do-It-All for UNLV. Concerned look for Blake Anderson, his team down by 14. Last touchdown for UNLV.
Just a simple fade route here by Kyle Adams. You see he's going to make a move at the line of scrimmage. Boom, boom, boom. Attack his outside shoulder. Doug Brumfield with great ball placement, attacking the corner of that end zone. Easy score, easy pitch and catch. Doug Brumfield and Kyle Williams.
You said the boom, boom, boom on the pitter-patter, but how important is that to set up the route? Because you can set up the option to go inside on the slant or outside for the fade pattern.
Yeah, what it does is it freezes the corner. He's unsure whether or not, like you said, he's going to go inside or out. And so if he guesses wrong, he's going to get beat. Kyle Williams is able to beat him anyway on that play. Nice setup by him. Great ball placement by Doug Brumfield. Great execution overall.
Again, they elect not to kick it deep. UNLV gave up a kick return touchdown last week against North Texas. Meanwhile, Utah State had a kick return for a touchdown in their last game against Weber State.
Utah State has to get something going on the offensive side of the football right now. This is a critical drive here in this second quarter.
And Robert, we saw Cooper Legas warming up earlier on the sideline, but the man who's celebrating his 25th birthday, Logan Bonner, is still in there ready to work.
They're going to give him another opportunity here, but they have to get something going offensively. But if you're Logan Bonner, don't force anything. Allow this game to come to you.
4 wide, first down, Bonner to work. Zips, Nana Davis. Shy of the 45-yard line. Good gain on first down of close to 7.
Up to the line of scrimmage quickly here. Trying to attack this UNLV defense.
Bonner keeps and sees a big body in front of him of Kyle Beaudry and stumbles ahead. And it brings up third down and short, which has been a struggle down for Utah State all year. Just 23% third down conversion rate.
Kyle Beaudry, one of the leaders of this defense. A lot of respect among his peers. Nice play right there.
Bonner again on the option, keeps it himself, zigzags ahead and has the first down.
If you're Anthony Tucker, Coach Anderson, you love to see it. Zone read, defensive end crashes down, he pulls it, cuts it up inside. Converts for a critical third down. Got a first down.
Last year, Bonner played with that fiery swagger, the gunslinger from Texas. Haven't seen that much this year. He throws an interception. Wow, so a couple of good runs and throws a pick to Jeray Williams.
That time, Logan Bonner forced one in there.
Rolling on the field is an interception by the defense. First down.
Not sure what he saw right there, but he had an open receiver down the sideline, running free on a go route. Didn't recognize he was open, tried to force it inside. And it's an interception by this UNLV defense.
He had 3 interceptions in the last game. That's now his 4th of the year. First down for UNLV. Brumfield back in his office. Weimer, the City College of San Francisco transfer, who put up huge numbers there, gets the first down catch, but only picks up 1.
Nice rally to the football by this Utah State defense. Let's see if they can respond here. But it's going to be tough sledding against a very dynamic UNLV offense rolling on all cylinders right now.
And Brumfield just in total control. Gets the snap. Rush 4. Brumfield whips in and out of the hands of Reese.
Brumfield that time started to his left. Didn't see the target he wanted, came back to the right. Just overthrew his running back there. And now it's 3rd down. Pivotal for this Utah State defense.
One of 4 teams, Utah State, in the bottom 15 in the nation in both 3rd down offense and 3rd down defense. Could the 3rd down defense get a stop on a 3rd and 9?
Yeah, they're only 50% all season long on defense here, 3rd down.
Brumfield's pressured, he's wrapped, he escapes. Cuts up the field, and finally Bompachon knocks him down. But then a flag comes in at the end of it. Initially a 3rd down stop. Greshik was the first one there.
Interested to see what this penalty. Utah State's been doing a lot of extracurricular activity after the play, really all game long. Let's see what they decide here.
After the play, personal foul, personal foul, late hit, number 60 of the offense. 15-yard penalty. 4th down.
Armani Trigg Wright, who's the right guard.
That time UNLV with some extracurriculars. Can't blame Armani Trigg right there. Offensive linemen are taught to protect their quarterback at all costs, except for when it results in a penalty. Got to be smarter right there.
Yeah, he saw Bompachon had to stand over him a half beat longer than he liked.
He's saying, get off my quarterback.
Marshall Nichols in the punt. Cooper Jones, the punt returner for Utah State. They come after this one and block it! Ball alive in the back of the end zone. Does Utah State scoop it up in time? They'll talk about it. Safety, so it's out of the end zone, not a touchdown, but a block punt for Utah State. They needed it, they get it.
We talked about the special teams unit being critical throughout this football game, particularly in the field position battle. This time, you get UNLV.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. By Rocket Mortgage, for the playbook on home loans, Rocket can. And by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. What's your beef?
Looking good, number 6, Robert Turbin, my partner right here. Utah State Hall of Fame running back, and back at your old stomping grounds here. I'm sure it's a special game for you.
It's a special game, and it's a surreal moment for me, you know, coming full circle, being able to play on the field, and now call the game from the booth. Really, and I scored my first touchdown against UNLV.
Oh, there you go.
How ironic is that?
Now, you mentioned, like, you haven't watched a game from the booth here at this Utah State facility. You're so used to watching games from field level that this is a different perspective for you.
It certainly is, and I like this perspective right here. Okay, I can see more clearly, and I like wearing the CBS jacket because I don't have to leave the game sore when it's over.
Your first game, I remember, was in Florida. The CBS jacket was a little warm that day. It's a little bit more comfortable here.
100%.
All right, some housekeeping. That block punt for Utah State. Ike Larson blocked the punt. You can see it right there. Their 4th block punt in the last 6 games. Larson blocked the one against Alabama for Utah State. So that's how they get the football off the safety. And they give it to Tyler.
Give it to Tyler. Not much there. This UNLV defense not going to give up any running yards real easy.
Quick tempo, 2nd down, play action. Bonner's intercepted again with a 2nd straight drive. He throws a pick. Austin Ajake, who had an interception against Idaho State, picks up his 2nd pick of the year, and UNLV is in business.
Austin Ajake, one of the better players on this defense.
The ruling on the field is interception by the defense. First down.
Austin Ajake had a pick last week. Voted team MVP last season, leads the team in tackles going into this game with 24. He's an excellent, excellent football player, and he displayed it again on that last play.
And as you can see, Marcus Arroyo there, but the shift has to go to Bonner here. That's the 2nd straight drive with an interception. He did throw a touchdown earlier on in this game, but the struggles in the first half continuing from a couple weeks back against Weber State. Robbins down the sideline. Give him a 1st down, run out by Hule Motuapuaka. And UNLV keeps it moving, a gain of 12.
Great blocking here up front. Pulling the right tackle. He's able to get on someone there. Good blocking by the wide receivers. He's able to get around the corner. Convert for a 1st down. Jothan Zion, the tight end, out in front, making some good blocks.
And he gets the ball here on the flat. Accurate throw, uses a stiff arm inside the 10-yard line, and a 1st down. So you identified Zion leading the way, blocking. He's rewarded with the football.
Absolutely, and a great play design right here. UNLV just playing pitch and catch. Aiden Robbins, big run on 1st down. Come back, play action to Aiden. Tight end is able to slip into the flat and convert for another UNLV 1st down.
Utah State blocked the punt, got the safety, football back, looking like they were in good shape to get back in this one. Meanwhile, now UNLV can suddenly go up big if they can punch it in. Juke on the near sideline, but wrapped up right at the 10-yard line. Kyle Williams, like to get him the ball in all kinds of different ways, but he's holding his right ankle.
Injury time.
Not what you want to see for Coach Arroyo and this UNLV ball club. Kyle Williams, I mentioned he was Mountain West Freshman of the Year last year. They use him in a lot of different ways, right? You see him going in motion, he's out wide, he's in the slot. Here it is here. See what happens.
Ooh.
Just get that right ankle just gets rolled up as the defender's trying to make a play on him. Hoping he's okay.
Mentioned it, Robert, the 2020 Mountain West Freshman of the Year. That season, he broke UNLV's reception per game record for a freshman. That was the shortened COVID season. Last year wasn't the same, battling injuries, trying to power his way through, and off to a strong start along with Ricky White as the top 2 receiving targets this year for Brumfield. And hopefully he can get back quickly.
Good to see him up, walking gingerly, but with some help able to walk over to the sidelines. Good sign. Let's hope we can get back to this football game.
UNLV, team that played in week 0. We're talking to Marcus Arroyo this week. He says, hey, we're lucky that we're relatively healthy outside of a few injuries, especially on the defensive side in fall camp.
through the first 3 games of the year. They've gotten out relatively unscathed, but Kyle Williams, such an important piece for this offense. And Logan Bonner looks on. Remember, this is all set up with the second interception of the first half into the hands of Austin Ajike.
UNLV back at it, 2nd down and goal.
Aiden Robbins here.
Weimer in motion, Robbins the carry. Robbins has a crease, pinballs ahead inside the 5-yard line.
That time UNLV used some misdirection, but came back to that outside zone play to the left. That time, Aiden Robinson was able to find a crease inside. Gotta love his decisiveness, planting the foot into the ground, getting north and south. 3rd down coming up.
Zion, the tight end, is wide to the right side. He comes back closer to the line of scrimmage on this 3rd down and goal.
Play action pass coming up here. Oh, they gave it to Robbins.
On the pitch, Robbins slips 1 tackle, banged down right at the line of scrimmage. Patrick Joyner, Michael Onyanwu combined. It's 4th down.
Give credit to this Utah State defense. It starts right there with the penetration. Aiden Robbins trying to get around the corner, but this Utah State defense rallies to the football, able to make a play in the backfield.
Short field goal, 22-yard attempts. The most accurate kicker in UNLV history, Daniel Gutierrez. Tacks it on. It's 24-9. UNLV gets a field goal off the Logan Bonner interception. We'll be back from gorgeous Logan, Utah.
Brent Stover in New York. Arkansas's KJ Jefferson fumbles trying to go into the end zone. Couldn't give an Arkansas a 2-touchdown lead. Tyreek Chappell comes away with it. Hands it off to Damani Richardson for Texas A&M, and he takes it to the house. Now, they did fumble the snap on the PAT, but late second, it's now 14-13. Arkansas leads A&M. Wild play, guys.
Wow, that sounds like a bananas game, Brent. Appreciate that. Here in Logan, where UNLV has wrestled away control in the first half, leading 24-9 over Utah State. Mountain West opener for both of these teams. UNLV, with only 1 winning season since 2000, have all the makings of another one. Meanwhile, Utah State, the defending Mountain West champions, struggling. And Logan Bonner off back-to-back interceptions. We'll see what happens here.
If you're Coach Anderson, what are you going to do at quarterback right now? Talked about potentially making a change, but they're sticking with Logan Bonner here.
One of the storylines coming out of the Weber State game was the crowd booing Logan Bonner coming back onto the field after a few interceptions. He had 3 of them in the loss to Weber State. First down give to Palate Makakona. Makakona gets a couple, but you know, Blake Anderson after the game had some comments, mentioned that, you know, the quote, the fan base showed its true colors, and he wanted to clarify that he wasn't talking about the whole fan base. He was talking about just a couple of people who were in the front row saying some things they shouldn't be saying to Bonner, but the storyline was there, the dissatisfaction for what was going on with the Utah State offense in that loss to Weber State and FCS team. Bonner, coming off of back-to-back interceptions, finds Brian Cobbs, the Maryland transfer, picks up a good gain, 13 yards.
Brian Cobbs there breaking the tackle and getting some yardage. But going back to Coach Anderson, obviously his words got taken out of context to a certain extent. This Utah State fan base, one of the more loyal fan bases in all of college football, they just want to see their team be successful.
Nakakona is hog-tied down by Jare Williams, who had one of the 2 UNLV interceptions.
A lot of first down runs right now for Utah State. Need to put themselves in a position to attack this UNLV defense.
Bonner looking to attack here. Uncorks deep down the near sideline. Cobbs hauls it in. Utah State needed a big play. Brian Cobbs delivers off the arm of Bonner.
Exactly what this Utah State offense needed. You see Brian Cobbs right there. Give a little stutter. Might have gotten away with a slight push off right here at the end. Look at that, left hand extending. Nevertheless, good pitch and catch. Logan Bonner and Brian Cobbs.
Cameron Oliver in coverage. He wanted that flag to be thrown. But you thought he saw a little push off.
Could have thrown that flag.
1st and 10 from the 13. Cobbs once more. Goes over the top, but can't bring it in. Once again, locking horns with Oliver.
This time they go to the play action and try to hit Cobbs on the fade route again. But Cameron Oliver says, nuh-uh. You got me last play. Ain't happening again, boss.
Oliver, who had a pick 6 last week, to put the finishing touches in the win against North Texas. 2nd and 10 from the 13. Makakona has nowhere to go, makes a man miss, but nothing much after that. Elijah Shelton, a second player there, and the one to make the tackle. 3rd down upcoming for Utah State. Is this too early to think about 4-down territory?
I don't think it's too early right now. You're down close to the end zone. You're almost close to halftime. This is certainly 4-down territory for Utah State.
Vaughn in motion, gets the sweep. Vaughn with blockers in front is blasted. Huge hits by Jordan Morgan to bring up 4th down.
Jordan Morgan making his presence felt right there on that play. They run a sweep play, trying to get some plays to the outside. Jordan Morgan puts his hat right on his chest to make a big hit.
Well, Robert, you called it. You said it's 4-down territory. 4th down and 7 from the 10. They're going for it. Early movement, perhaps a free play for Utah State. Going to take advantage. Bonner delivers. Caught! Touchdown! Terrell Vaughn.
Anthony Tucker, the offensive coordinator for this Utah State offense. We've got some activity again after the play going on with Utah State. Anthony Tucker, offensive coordinator. Utah State talked about wanting to get Terrell Vaughn involved more in the offense. Loves his skill set and the ability to go and get the rock. You saw it right there. Utah State is able to take advantage and get in the end zone. But they have to be smart here.
The result of the play is a touchdown. Offside, number 2 of the defense. That penalty will be declined. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 78 of the offense. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 10 of the offense. Those penalties will be assessed on the kickoff. It's a touchdown.
And there's just no need for it, Chris. Let's check out the throw, Logan Bonner. UNLV, they get him to jump off sides with the snap count. Logan Bonner stays patient, looking for a wide receiver here. You see Terrell Vaughn come back to the football, become an open target for Logan Bonner. He's able to locate him and get in the end zone for a touchdown.
So Terrell Vaughn, first career receiving touchdown after having a kick return for a score a couple weeks back. We'll be back. Coming up on the Verizon halftime report, Brent Stover, Kevin Carter, Houston Nutt. We'll break down this game, get you caught up on all the other games across the country. Coming up on the Verizon halftime reports. Utah State started to see the game slipping away, and Logan Bonner, perhaps when not only the team needed it the most, he needed it the most, comes up with perhaps his best drive of the game.
Yeah, that drive right there is certainly a confidence booster. Was able to find his target down the field for a chunk play early in the drive, and then taking advantage of UNLV jumping off sides, having the awareness to want to attack the end zone, knowing that it's a free play.
But penalties after the fact against Utah State, a couple of unsportsmanlike means kickoff is from the 10. Noel Williams has a chance to return from the 30. Gets past the 40, tiptoes to near midfield. We saw a game last week. It was Purdue and Syracuse, the Carrier Dome, where Purdue scored, went out in front, but a couple of penalties on a touchdown allowed Syracuse great field position. They went down and won the game at the end. So, 7 for 53, you see the penalty numbers there. You say, like, that stuff isn't needed after the fact. I have to ask a former player, why does that keep happening?
Well, you're talking about a team in Utah State who's desperate for a win right now.
Offside, number 23 of the kicking team. That 5-yard penalty would be out at the end of the run. First down.
And then more.
And the penalties continue to pile up. And sometimes, when you're trying too hard, that's when the mistakes happen. I remember playing for Pete Carroll. He talked about that a lot, particularly with the rookies. Hey, just handle your assignment. It's when you try too hard or try to do too much is where you make your mistakes. Right now, Utah State making too many against a too good of a team in UNLV who's going to be looking to take advantage on this drive.
Brumfield, clean pocket, guns it near side. On a laser, it is caught. Nick Williams, who perhaps gets an elevated role with Kyle Williams, leaving the game a bit earlier with what looked like an ankle injury.
Personal foul, hands into the face, number 9 of the defense. 15-yard penalty on that first down.
And this has been the story.
Tacked on.
This has been the story of the first half for Utah State. Look at it here. Coming around the edge, clear. Hands to the face. And he had his hands up like, what did I do? Can't do that if you're a defender. But what an incredible throw by Doug Brumfield. Not the most flashiest play. I thought that was his best throw of the game right there. Stepping up in the pocket, got a defender coming around the corner. Pocket collapsing, standing tall, delivering on an out-breaking route for a first down.
Not much has phased Brumfield this season. He had some down numbers against Cal. Other than that, Idaho State and North Texas, he's lit it up. He's been solid in the first half today. 1st and 10 from the 19. And off to Robbins, he's gobbled up. Davian Coleman on top of him. It brings up 2nd down and long.
That time, Davian Coleman, John Ward able to get into the backfield, get a stop.
Clock moving, approaching 1 minute to play in the first half. Set up by some penalties after a Utah State touchdown. Great field position for UNLV. Laser to the near side. Zion with the catch, tiptoes the sideline, and he's out of bounds at about the 8.
This play is successful because of Aiden Robbins. Now we're going to show the tight end here. He's opening to the flat. Shelton Zion getting another catch here, almost scored. But the play was supposed to be a play action to the left. Aiden Robbins reads the safety blitz on the backside, aborts the fake, protects his quarterback, and that's how he's able to deliver the football right there. Excellent by Aiden Robbins.
1st and goal. Brumfield, incomplete. He was looking for Ricky White, who's been relatively quiet today.
Michael Onyanwu had him locked up.
Michael Onyanwu that time breaking on the slant route, getting a hand in there and disrupting that pass.
Gretchen White being quiet. He's had 4 catches in every game this season, at least 4. So far, shut out. Second and goal from the 8. Brumfield looks near side. Nick Williams, back shoulder. Rolled out of bounds. Made the catch. Could not get a foot down.
Rolling on the field as the receiver possessed the ball out of bounds. 3rd down.
Once again, one-on-one on the outside. Nick Holtz, offensive coordinator for UNLV, talked about it before the game. He wanted to challenge and attack these cornerbacks for Utah State. They've been doing it all game.
The previous play of a catch out of bounds is under further review.
All right, so a look at this catch by Williams. It looked like his foot was down and then levitated just as the ball. You can see it there. The foot, is it down still as he lunges for the football?
That looks like a touchdown to me, Chris. But it's bang, bang. Let's see if we can see another angle potentially. But when the ball hits his hands, to me, his toe is still on the ground. Let's see it here. Here we go. Catch. Woo! That's a tough one.
It's funny. You say it's a touchdown to you. You're an offensive player. You're a former running back. Gonna ask a defensive player. They're gonna say, no way.
Right there, it's being blocked, but you know, it's interesting because his right toe comes down a second time, and I can't really tell if it's on the white or blue, which would be a score. Very interesting review here. Another angle. Can't really tell right there. It has to be definitive for the referees to overturn it.
Could be one of those, if he was wearing black shoes instead of white shoes, it'd be easier to tell.
100%. You know, they say the white shoes make you look like you're running faster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you wore?
No, I ain't need it. I'm already turbo.
The speed's in the name, not the shoes. Yeah, for UNLV to increase their lead, Nick Williams on a drive that was set up for Utah State touchdown, which is like, you know, the 2 steps forward and then 1 step back with the penalties, which gave UNLV possession in plus territory late in the half.
Yeah, it's interesting how this Utah, let's look at the replay again here. This is the best angle. So catch. I mean, if his foot's down right there.
After further review, ruling of an incomplete pass stands.
Yeah.
3rd down.
Notice the language there of stands, not confirmed.
Well, they couldn't definitively decide whether or not his foot was in. Results in a really big 3rd down for both teams right now.
Difference between a potentially 11-point game or 15-point game.
Put the ball in Brumfield's hands, let him go to work.
3rd and goal. Brumfield tipped and nearly picked. That was Kaleo Neves who rose up to get a piece and to bring up a 4th down.
Rolling on the field is an incomplete pass. 4th down.
Brumfield in the pocket. Wants to hit the slant route, but Neves gets his hands up and glad he did, because that would have been a potential pass interference, as Hunter Reynolds got there a little bit early on that slant route. But good play overall by Utah State.
Calling this a 25-yarder. Daniel Gutierrez gets it through. So off a drive that was set up in plus territory because of Utah State penalties, UNLV adds 3 more points. This weekend is the American Football Coaches Association's annual Coach to Cure MD initiative, an attempt to raise awareness for Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a genetic disorder in young men. Thousands of coaches participating nationwide. To learn more, go to CoachToCureMD.org. So Utah State down 11 late in the half, and all things considered, I feel like an 11-point deficit isn't too bad. A couple of interceptions, a lot of penalties, and you're still a couple of touchdowns away from taking the lead. That's you might want to sign up for that.
Yeah, if you're Coach Anderson, you got to be happy with an 11-point deficit. Give credit to that defense on that last drive, being able to hold this high-powered UNLV offense to 3 on a short field.
And at the 35-yard line is where this one will begin.
Utah State here, 2 timeouts left, 31 seconds. You could take a knee, go into the locker room, satisfied with an 11-point deficit. But I expect this Utah State offense to try and get one chunk play, see if they can drive down the field and at least get 3.
With a couple of timeouts still in the chamber. On 1st and 10, Bonner flips to Lane. Tight end Lane, who's missed some time this year with injuries, marches through a couple of UNLV bodies to the 41. Gains close to 8 in the timeout called with 22 seconds left.
These two teams.
Timeout, Utah State. This is their second timeout of the half.
We'll see if Utah State continues pedal to the metal. We'll be back in 30. 22 seconds and 1 timeout from their own 41 for Utah State, down 11.
I'd like to see Utah State attack the middle of the field here. Maybe a deep post or a dig.
Instead, they take the opposite approach. Hand it off to Tyler. Hesitates, accelerates, and gets across midfield into UNLV territory with 14 seconds left. Utah State does have 1 timeout left. And
Number 16 for UNLV's helmet came off in the free throw play.
that's Eliel Ihimare who lost the helmet. So he has to come out. There's enough time for Utah State to reset, but the clock does start to move after they place the ball. And with 7 seconds left, it's enough time for a Hail Mary. Barner will try it. High arching down the field into the hands of the defender. It's intercepted. Noel Williams, who is a kick returner. This is set up like a kick return down the far sideline. And Williams runs out of room.
Bonner threw that play like a Hail Mary. His receiver was breaking across the middle to run a post route. I thought it was an excellent call. Attack the middle of the field.
There is a flag down on the return.
Utah State thinking they may have another opportunity here.
Holding. Number 8 of the return team. That penalty will decline. The half is over.
So the half ends on a Utah State interception. UNLV, a stronger team through the game's first 30 minutes as the Rebels looking to go to 3-1 for the first time since 2008.
They've come on the road and have controlled play through the game's first 2 quarters.
Yeah, and they've been the more disciplined team throughout this football game. Utah State beating themselves a lot, turning the ball over. Can't have it. UNLV executing great so far in this football game.
College football, CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. Gorgeous Logan, Utah in the Cache Valley. The hometown Aggies, though, down at the half, 27-16. It's UNLV on top. Time to take a look at the first half stats, brought to you by Kubota. You'll see highlighted there penalties, a big story of the first half. Utah State with 3 turnovers, and that doesn't include a strange punt play with the punter's knee on the ground that really gave UNLV a score. With Robert Turbin, Chris Lewis here with you. So with all that against Utah State, you'd figure they'd be down by more than 11. They're still in this game.
They're still in this football game, but it comes down to obviously protecting the football, but they can't beat themselves with these penalties that they're having after the play is over.
Look at the quarterbacks head-to-head. They've kind of played true to form this season, starting with Brumfield.
Yeah, Brumfield's, man, doing the same thing he's been doing all season long, finding a target down the field for a touchdown right here, using his legs, making a defender miss, getting in the end zone. Logan Bonner started off slow, couple interceptions to start the football game, but was able to bounce back, showing that mental fortitude and toughness, finding a target down the field, and then taking advantage of UNLV jumping off sides, having the poise to stay patient, find a receiver in the end zone for a touchdown.
So it's been a rocky half for Bonner in the first half. Some good, some bad. We'll see how he begins the second half with Utah State getting the first possession. And one of the rare times Terrell Vaughn has a chance to return. And it's another big one who's upended just shy of the 40-yard line. So a big return for Terrell Vaughn, giving Logan Bonner a chance to work, see his numbers there compared to Doug Brumfield.
Yeah, he's got to protect the football. Logan Bonner, this score could potentially be different if he does, but you got to like the way he's been able to respond in this football game. And as far as Doug Brumfield is concerned, he's just got to keep doing what he's doing. He's leading this football team. He's making plays. He's making throws out of the pocket. As long as he keeps that up, it's going to be tough to stop this UNLV offense.
Saw the 3 interceptions by Bonner. Now, one of them was a Hail Mary type throw at the end of the half, so that one shouldn't be held against him but too much. Hand off to Tyler on first down with space, and Tyler gets right near the first down sticks, 9.5. Elijah Shelton on the tackle.
Nice read here. You see 61, the pulling guard, get up in the A-gap, get locked in on the linebacker. Calvin Tyler able to find the crease, get some yardage.
It's first down yardage here, but not much more than that. But it is enough to move the chains for the first down of the second half.
We talked about it before this football game. Moving the chains. If you're able to convert, keep the chains moving, that'll help you score more touchdowns throughout the football game.
Bonner with Tyler, I should say, to his left. Tyler gets the carry, and he's plopped shy of midfield. So not much on first down. Brings up second down and long for Utah State. Remember, they are the defending Mountain West champions, but come in with some adversity. A couple of losses where they didn't have an offensive touchdown. One against Alabama, understandable. The other against Weber State a couple of weeks back right here. That one, everybody around town less forgiving.
Well, no one has repeated as Mountain West champions since San Diego State did it in 15 and 16.
There's vintage Logan Bonner off the back foot, gunslinging to the opposite side of the field. Brock Lane there.
Logan Bonner rolling out to his right, getting out of the way of a big hit, able to find his target across the middle there for a positive gain. Big third down.
Sets up 3rd and 4 from the 46 of plus territory. Lane, the tight end in the slot, top of the screen. Notice the wide splits for Utah State. Receivers close to the sideline. 3rd and 4, Bonner on the draw. Bonner close to the first down, but he is a yard shy of it. Austin Ajake on the tackle, which means decision time for Utah State.
We see Utah State trying to widen out this defense so they can recognize what they're in and create some running lanes and space inside for Logan Bonner. UNLV defense makes a play, going for it here on 4th down. Good decision.
4th down and 2. Bonner shovel pass lane. We saw this play in the first half. Here in the second half, is it enough? UNLV says no. Utah State says yes. We haven't gotten a signal.
I thought he was stopped short. Austin, a GK coming up, making the hit.
And they say he did not get it. Turnover on downs.
Fantastic play by Austin Ajike. Let's take a look at it here. Running the shovel, trying to get the defense to over-pursue. That UNLV defense stays disciplined. Kyle Boldry and Austin Ajike come up, make the play, and stop this Utah State offense short of a 1st down.
Cannot convert, which gives UNLV the ball. Good field position on 1st down handoff to the Louisville transfer, Aiden Robbins, the reigning Mountain West Offensive Player of the Week. At 3 touchdowns, led the nation in yards last week, 227 against North Texas.
Well, they out North Texas, all right? They did what North Texas wanted to do to them, which was run the football efficiently. Aiden Robbins has quickly become not only one of the best running backs in the Mountain West Conference, but in all of college football.
Came in leading the nation in total touchdowns. Brumfield on 2nd and 10. Pressure, slips through a couple, can't escape the 3rd. Ole Motuapuaka, the one to finally ring him down.
Nice coverage on the back end by the secondary. But this is schemed up. You see, Utah State defense has a spy on Brumfield to avoid him being able to escape the pocket with his feet. You see him try to escape to his left, has to break a tackle. Utah State defense able to rally.
Empty set on 3rd and 12 from the 41. The lefty Brumfield delivers in. Reese is crushed, but makes the catch, and he's ruled a couple of yards shy of the 1st. Vongpachon laid down the hammer.
Well, he got hit by his own guy right there, Naki Pahina.
Oh, wow, you're right. They were crossing so fast.
It happens.
So here for UNLV, an 11-point lead, 4th down and 1.5. They're going for it.
I was going to say that actually have more of an impact because now it's 4th down. Utah State in position to be able to get a stop here.
Here's the run by Reese, and he has the 1st down for UNLV.
UNLV in this offense saying, anything you can do, I can do better.
Reese had a big spring for UNLV, and Coach Marcus Arroyo and offensive coordinator Nick Holt said he was a standout, one of the fastest players on the team. Earned that role as the number 2 back.
Well, he's a great complementary piece to Aiden Robbins, who brings the physicality, has some speed as well. But Reese able to give a spark as the number 2 back.
Comeback route for Nick Williams. He picks up a 1st down.
Nick Williams right here. Great job on the comeback route. Selling as if he was going to run a go, keeping his head down. Breaking down, coming back to the football for a 1st down.
1st and 10. Reverse. Ricky White shimmies his way towards the 30. A.J. Carter, the cornerback, makes the tackle. 2nd down for UNLV.
Ricky White, one of the better playmakers on this UNLV offense. They've struggled to get him the ball in this football game, trying to figure out some creative ways to get the ball in his hands and allow him to be the playmaker that he is.
We haven't seen Kyle Williams since he injured what looked like his ankle in the first half. 2nd down and 7. Brumfield, quick delivery, and Weimer's there inside the 20-yard line.
Another good route here by Jeff Weimer. Attacking the outside leverage of the defender, coming across his face on an inside breaking route. Down here after the catch.
Player who Nick Holtz called the hardest worker on the team, Jeff Weimer, slow to get up in Logan. UNLV a lead and moving the football as the 3rd quarter approaches the midway points. Jeff Weimer banged up on the last play. One of a handful of UNLV receivers that make up, it's just a new look core. You have Seneca McKee, haven't seen him much, but he's an Eskridge College transfer. Jeff Weimer from the Junior College National Champion, City College of San Francisco. Ricky White, who had some huge games, including one monster one against Michigan as a member of Michigan State. Kyle Williams left the game earlier on, the returning leading receiver. We haven't seen him since. Today's Red Zone brought to you by Verizon. As Brumfield on 1st down from just inside the red zone, floats to Ricky White. Back shoulder on Yanwu, knocks it away.
That time looking for one of his favorite targets, Ricky White. Unable to connect on that play right there. But once again, and we've been talking about it throughout this football game, UNLV wanting to try to take advantage of the one-on-one matchups. But Michael Anyanwu says not on this play.
Yanwu, a senior. Defensive play. Brings up 2nd and 10. A pitch to Robbins, wants the sideline. He's stretched out and hit hard out of bounds. Bombachon chased him to the sidelines, and it's 3rd down for UNLV.
Bombachon, nice pursuit to the football right there. UNLV trying to get Aiden Robbins around the corner. Good speed on this Utah State defense. In fact, offensive coordinator Nick Holtz talked about the speed Utah State has on this defense. Showed right there on that 2nd down play.
Only 2 for 8 on 3rd downs in this game. Sophomore Brumfield, the big 6'5" lefty. He'll run. Gets up, bend it, slung ahead to near the 9, which what he needed, but he's marked at the 10. So it'll be 4th and short. Patrick Joyner on the stop.
Brumfield this time back to pass, not able to find a target. But look at the defenders waiting on him, knowing he has the ability to run. Stopped him short of the 1st down.
4th down and 1, up and stays on. Early movement for Utah State, and they make contact at the line, and that could be a 1st down gift for UNLV.
Well, just got a little antsy there on that defensive line.
6 of the defense with contact. 5-yard penalty. Result is a 1st down.
That is the 10th penalty on Utah State.
Yeah, Pokesi Bakauta wanting to make a play. Just got to stay disciplined right there.
1st down. That was picked up on a 4th down. 1st and goal. Robbins has a crease. Robbins lowers a shoulder and struts in. UNLV touchdown.
Aiden Robbins once again displaying why he's one of the best running backs in the country. Showing great vision right here. They come back to that outside zone to the left side, gets downhill, lowers the boom on Hunter Reynolds, gets into the end zone for another UNLV touchdown.
The meter is still running for Robbins, continues to pile up the touchdowns. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. Extra point, Gutierrez
34-16.
UNLV gaining that momentum back offensively. Back down to the field for another UNLV touchdown.
UNLV adds another touchdown, 34-16. They lead Utah State. As we take a look at our Dr. Pepper Fansville cam, and Turbo, this is a fan base that you know quite well.
Certainly one of the best in the country. Excited every year for this Utah State football club. Showing out again today. Let's see if they can help this team rally back.
UNLV number 26 is reporting as number 65.
Try to get a win here.
They really love their cow costumes here.
Well, it's a farm town.
Aggies, it makes sense. Gutierrez, it's a fair catch called, so no return there. So UNLV has put the pressure on this Utah State offense. We said at halftime, being down 11 points might have been on the positive end of things for Utah State. It could have been a larger deficit. But you add that touchdown on, and it looks like a much more difficult task for Logan Bonner and company.
If you're Logan Bonner in this Utah State offense, you have to be smart here in this situation. Yes, you're down, but there's no need to force anything, but you do want to be aggressive. I'd like to see Utah State try to attack the edges of this UNLV defense. A lot of their runs inside for the majority of this football game.
One interesting thing there, they elect to place the ball on the near side hash instead of the far side hash to begin this drive.
Feel like Utah State needs some points here from the 25.
There it is, attacking the edge.
Tyler scoots to the 30. Austin Ajike plops on top of him, and Tyler's helped up by Lane. Gain of 5 on first.
Austin Ajike has been absolutely everywhere in this football game. And he's not just great on the field, Chris. Earned his bachelor's in urban studies in May, now pursuing his master's in urban leadership. 7-time member of the UNLV Dean's Honor List.
This UNLV team has some standouts on and off the field. Beaudry makes the tackle there, and it sets up a third down and about 4.5 for Utah State.
Very lethargic offense right now for Utah State. Where is the sense of urgency to attack this UNLV defense right now? UNLV is taking advantage of a slow operating offense.
Building quiet too. Third down. Bonner off the back foot, gets rid of it. High catch by Vaughn, but he is tackled immediately shy of the first down. Jere Williams, the nickelback, who's been a standout for UNLV ever since he's arrived. And a punt unit coming on for Utah State. Do you agree with this?
Yes, this is the right call here to punt the football. You're in your own territory. You haven't converted on fourth down yet in this half. Play the field position game here. See if your defense can get on the field and get a stop.
Oh, it's a fake. They throw it on the flat to McGriff, and McGriff picks up the first down. So how about that for Utah State? You can almost sense they needed a spark, and it's McGriff who makes the catch and run.
Excellent play call.
Rolling on the field is a catch behind the line of scrimmage, first down.
Actually, check, that's Vompachon. That's the opposite number 10, A.J. Vompachon. So you're used to number 10 making catches in McGriff for Utah State, who's one of their top receivers. But it's the defensive number 10 in Vompachon.
A.J. Vompachon coming up big for this Utah State special teams unit. Great call and design by Nick Peremski, special teams coordinator for Utah State.
So Vompachon has been all over the place making tackles. And maybe makes one of the biggest catches of the game. First down for Utah State. Tyler stretched out, nowhere to go. You've called it, Robert. Austin Ajike has been the man on defense for the Rebels.
He's been a man on a mission, and you can see why he leads the team, not only in tackles, but for tackles for loss as well. If you're this Utah State offense, you better start getting eyes on number 27. He has been a beast throughout this football game.
12 tackles last week. Back for more this week. Bonner, after a 4-yard loss, down the near sideline. There's the number 10 who's used to catching the ball, Justin McGriff. Flag is out. It's a pass well over his head, but Blake Anderson is anticipating good news.
Yeah, Noah Williams just a little aggressive there. Trying to play physical football with Justin McGriff.
Holding. Number 2 of the defense. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
This Rebels defense wanting to bully this offense here. Justin McGriff got him earlier in the game with a double move. Tried it there. Noah Williams holds him. First down, Utah State.
Penalty yardage high each way, over 140 penalty yards combined in this game. First down, Bonner, off play action. He's going deep, down the far sideline. Jump ball, it's picked. Cameron Oliver wins the jump ball against Brian Cobbs. 4th interception for Bonner.
Ruling on the field is an interception by the defense. First down.
Cameron Oliver, that time not biting on the route right there. Great job going up and getting the play. Interception, UNLV.
UNLV, the lead and the ball off the interception. Tonight's Geico difference makers, Robert. You start on offense for UNLV, and it's a running back just for you.
I gotta love that. Aiden Robbins. You know, it's interesting. The question mark was, who was going to fill the shoes of Charles Williams, who's the all-time leading rusher for UNLV? Aiden Robbins has more than done that this season. And then again, Austin Ajike. We talked about his academic accolades. He's got more. Academic All-Mountain West honoree the last 4 years. I mean, 21-22 Mountain West Scholar Athlete Award. Coach Arroyo has talked about building a culture here at UNLV, bringing in the right type of recruits. Austin Ajike, Aiden Robbins, 2 of the best examples on this football team.
It's interesting you bring that building the culture. It's almost a difference in 2 approaches. UNLV with Marcus Arroyo, kind of like a slow build, you know, young team. That COVID year a couple years back didn't win any games and had that slow start a year ago, but now those younger players are starting to become older players, and you add that with some incoming impact transfers as Motu Akuraka makes the tackle, sets up 3rd down. On the other side, Utah State, they went heavy transfer early in Blake Anderson's first year, resulted in a conference championship, but a lot of those transfers are now gone. A lot of the seniors from last year's team, of course, they've moved on. So in a way, this is kind of like what a lot of coaches' first year is like.
Yeah, Coach Anderson talked about this could have been a type of year that they're having this year, could have been last year. Lost 23 players from last season, 14 of those players being starters. You can see it playing into some of the struggles that they've had this season.
3rd and 7, floated over the middle. Well done. Nick Williams on the catch, and Doug Brumfield composed on 3rd down.
Nice to see Nick Williams get a catch here, wide open across the middle. And again, Doug Brumfield staying in the pocket, staying poised, delivering the football over the middle of the field.
He's eclipsed the 200-yard passing mark, 17 for 23. He has been efficient. From the 39, back to work through the air, screen to Zion, the tight end on his giddy up, and scoots to midfield. Hunter Reynolds ran him out.
They've run this play a couple times. Play action, stretch play to Aiden Robbins coming back to the screen route to the tight end. Converting for another UNLV first down. Shelton Zion.
What do you see the ceiling here for Doug Brumfield? This is his first Mountain West game this year, but he's looked just as good as he's had in the non-conference.
Doug Brumfield, to me, can compete with the best of the best. You have to look at the way he's thrown the football from the pocket, right? A lot of times these quarterbacks who have a lot of mobility, they get put into this box that all you can do is run read zone and quarterback sweeps. Not Doug Brumfield. He has shown the ability consistently to be able to deliver the ball with accuracy to his receivers from the pocket.
Of course, mobile quarterbacks have the high standard at UNLV. Of course, Randall Cunningham going back in the day. He's a big lefty, is Brumfield, through the air again. This time it's incomplete. One of the first times in this game Seneca McKee has been targeted.
A little pressure there by Utah State, was able to disrupt the flow of that play. Nice job on the defense.
Roger Joyner in there providing pressure. Third down at 9. So a great touch on the last third down on a throw from Brumfield. From midfield, that's a three-man rush. Patience unleashes. Ruled a catch. Seneca McKee by the sidelines, giving the first down.
Seneca McKee, we talked about him briefly at halftime coming out. Hadn't been targeted much in the first half. But with some of the injuries going on with UNLV offensively, getting more opportunities and taking advantage of it.
At Utah State sideline, they were convinced it wasn't a catch. But indeed it was for McKee.
And Robbins here.
Play action to Robbins. And again, the flat pattern. This time Zion can't hold on.
I thought for sure that time they were going to go with the run. Decided to go with the play action. That time, defended well by the Utah State defense.
It's pretty simplistic, but it works. You have Robbins and the hammer in the backfield, and then you can have Zion slip out on the opposite side and have room on the flat. And then, of course, the mobility of the quarterback himself. Williams in motion. Here's the pitch to Robbins. Stops his tracks. And then tries to accelerate, but can't get through the traffic. He'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. And it's third down and long for UNLV. They've already converted 2 third downs on this drive.
Yeah, Utah State defensively showing their ability once again to rally to the football. UNLV a couple times have tried to get the ball around the edge. But this pursuit of Utah State defense has been able to hold them for the most part. Let's see if he can find Ricky White here on this big third down play. Got him in the slot.
3rd and 12. In an empty backfield, Brumfield is brought down. Dominic Tatum, a much-needed Utah State sack to end the third. Only the 2nd sack of the year for Utah State.
Haven't been able to get much pressure on the quarterback consistently this season, but that time Tatum gets into the backfield. Makes the play on Doug Brumfield right here. 4th quarter coming up, 34-16 UNLV.
Football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. Let's take a look at the game summary brought to you by IHOP. And Utah State, the turnovers, the thing that's hurting the Aggies. But really, you look at the UNLV side, and you can see why they've controlled this game. Better in most categories, dominating the time of possession. It's a 4th down, though, for UNLV, and the punt unit on with Marshall Nichols. Saw the 4 turnovers for Utah State. Doesn't even include a punt with the punter's knee on the ground when he received the low snap, which set up UNLV on the doorstep. They punched it in. Fair catch at the 5-yard line by Cooper Jones. Long field for Utah State when we return. The hometown Aggies have a counter punch. They're down big. UNLV, a 34-16 lead over Utah State. Logan Bonner back at it. He's 4 interceptions on the day, but he's back for more and throws into the seam. It's caught by Nai Davis, who dances his way past the first down sticks. He gains 15 on first down.
Yeah, you know, originally I thought, man, this is going to be a short game, but Nana Davis able to make a play, make a couple guys miss right there, get to the sideline, and convert for a first down.
I mean, how big of a drive is this, not just for Utah State on the scoreboard, but for Logan Bonner coming off of an interception?
Well, it's a huge drive for really everybody involved on this Utah State offensively. They got to get something going. Need to create some chunk plays, be able to drive down the field here and get a touchdown.
2nd and 6. Hand off to Briggs. The true freshman Briggs, tough to bring down. Turns his legs for a first down all the way up to the 40 before Elijah Shelton finally brings him down, then a late flag. And if that look by Blake Anderson doesn't say it all, I don't know what does. So you have the great run, but then a late penalty on Utah State.
Here it is again. Every time they get something positive going,
The result of the play is a first down.
they find a way to beat themselves and stop the momentum that they're gaining. Starting to lose some composure here, both on the field and the sideline. Need to figure out a way to regroup. See what happens.
On the top of your screen to the left there.
There's no need for it. You're away from the play. I understand you're trying to finish. You have to be smart.
See the 10 penalties there. 5 of them are unsportsmanlike penalties. As Brian Cobbs makes the catch, it's hard to believe. A lot of unsportsmanlike penalties come from like the taunting variety. They're down on the scoreboard and still picking up a lot of unsportsmanlikes.
Absolutely, and that just shows the frustration that they've had throughout this football game. But they need to galvanize together here, find some composure, get something going on a really important drive in this football game.
Bonner, 2nd year as Utah State's quarterback. He spent 5 years at Arkansas State with Blake Anderson. When Blake Anderson came over,
You see how
so did Logan Bonner.
You see how wide these receivers are playing? They come back to that counter play there with Griff, but these wide receivers are playing really wide, and then you see the corners playing on the inside. And why are they doing that? Because when you're playing so wide like that, you can't really run any out-breaking routes. And so you know, I understand spreading out the defense and wanting to create open lanes, but you're making yourself a little bit one-dimensional.
You can see it, an example right there is, you know, he was shaded inside. They still found a way to sneak it on an out pattern, but it's a tough throw, tight window, because there's not much room out there.
Not much room out there, so Logan has to be extremely accurate in order to be able to hit his targets on the outside right there. Simple comeback route. They're able to Get some yardage there on first down.
In a 6, 2nd and 4. Bonner guns it. It's caught over the middle. Justin McGriff accelerates past the 20, upended shy of the 15.
Anthony Tucker finally recognizes middle open on this defense. No safety over the middle. They run a dig route with Justin McGriff.
Timeout. UNLV. This is their first timeout of the half.
They run a dig route there with Justin McGriff, and he's able to find some yardage. Utah State battling back. UNLV still up 34-16.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Kubota. Together we do more. By IHOP. Join the new rewards program today and start earning free food. And by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. What's your beef?
The Utah State Aggies and their fans love the cow get-ups. Get into these games.
You know what? That wasn't around when I was here. I'm going to be real. I don't know what happened.
You're learning. First down at 10 for Logan Bonner. Utah State on the move. They need to punch it in here to keep this one in striking distance. Cobbs nearly brings it in with one hand on the near sideline, but it is incomplete. Oliver in coverage.
His possession out of bounds.
And Chris, that goes back to my point. Look at here. He's already aligned so wide. Logan Bonner can't put the ball in position to fade him to the outside to make the catch. He's already out of bounds.
Robert Briggs runs to the 15. So I ask, then what are the benefits of having them out that wide? You're talking about the downsides. What are the benefits?
Well, when you spread a defense out wide, it allows you to see what they're in. They can't disguise much when you spread a defense out. So you can see what's going on. You can attack the middle of the field, and you can create running lanes for your runners. But if you want to hit outside routes, they can't be so out wide right there. They can't be lined up so wide.
The play clock at just 2. Does get the snap. Third down draw. Briggs needs the 7, and he doesn't get there. But you have to imagine that play call is to set up a 4th down where they know they're going for it. Baldwin and Plant combined on the tackle.
Certainly 4-down territory here, do or die. In a lot of ways for Utah State right here. Go with the same side outside zone play. I'd be throwing the football right here if I were Utah State.
I mean, a field goal does make it 15. You can make the argument for it. You need it anyway.
I think it's touchdown or nothing here for Utah State in this offense.
They're going for it on 4th down. Keep it on the ground. Briggs, a true freshman, right at the sticks. He's ruled short. You can see it from the side. The referee comes in and definitely rules that one on first look short. Crowd doesn't like the play call.
This UNLV defense.
They might actually give it to. This is going to be close. It looked like the side judge came in and ruled it shy.
Well, it was a great effort by Michael Onyanwu, but this UNLV defense has been good against the run all game long. Looks like a first down to me. Actually,
yeah, the side judge came in, he definitely was about a yard shy of where it looked like the ball was at when he was down.
I'm not sure why you would run the football at a team that's been stopping you in the run the entire night. The entire night. Logan Bonner, one of the best players that you have on your team, the leader of this team, should have the ball in that moment. But it's a stop by UNLV. They're up 34-16. See you back later.
34-16, UNLV leads Utah State.
Tonight's game, though, not just about football. Players and coaches from both teams, you can see there, wearing green ribbons as they dedicate today's game to mental health awareness in an effort to promote positive mental health. Blake Anderson used this moment earlier this week to share his story in hopes of helping others. Anderson, in an emotional video, you can see it on Utah State's football Twitter page on Monday. He said that his son Kaysen died by suicide at age 21 this past February. Anderson, in that message, encouraged those struggling to find help. We do the same, and John Hartwell, the AD here at Utah State, we talked to him yesterday and just how much that this game and this message means. Mental health matters, and it's a big effort by this whole athletic department.
Absolutely, and it's, you know, it's really refreshing to see Utah State really highlighting this, and really it being highlighted all over our country right now. Seeking help is really important. I know, you know, for me, I had my own struggles mentally, and you know, went and talked to somebody, and you know, I don't know if I'd be up here, you know, calling the game with you today, Chris, without it. So, very important piece of our life.
On that same note, Utah State, their social media account this week shared some testimonials of players throughout their team on the mental health challenges that they've had along the way. And again, if you're struggling, reach out to somebody. Reach out, even to me. Even I don't know you. You can reach out on social media to me, and you can have, you know, a positive conversation. There's somebody out there who cares.
Yeah, one of the great things about sport, being a part of team sports, is having that camaraderie, that brotherhood, that sisterhood, being able to lean on each other when you're going through things in life.
Third down run for UNLV, deep in their own territory. It is shy of the, or actually will give them the first down. It is enough. Hunter Reynolds on the tackle on the give to Courtney Reese. Is UNLV trying to salt this away, and if they do get the win here, they'd be 3-1. It'd be only the third time since they've been in the Mountain West, since 1999, that they would have started a season 3-1.
If you're this Utah State defense, you cannot give up a first down on a 3rd and long on an outside zone play.
Near side handoff, not much on first down. Let's go back to New York. Brett Stover, what's going on?
Chris, Razorbacks Aggies, KJ Jefferson caps off a 13-play drive early in the 4th, and Arkansas pulls to within 2 of Texas A&M in Arlington, 6.5 to play.
Good one on another fun day. It was interesting looking into this week, Robert, the college football schedule. There wasn't really as many of those sexy, big-time power versus power matchups. There was a lot of intriguing, we'll figure out how good this team really is matchup. So they living up to the hype. Ricky White out of his reach. And the long ball is incomplete, brings up 3rd down and long.
I think every matchup is sexy in football, Chris. Any given Saturday.
Yeah, we learn every week.
Any given Saturday, you can be beat. We saw with Boise State last night, huh?
We did see that one. Very surprising result, which rose a lot of eyebrows in the Mountain West.
That's why you play the game, baby.
Of course, Utah State won the Mountain Division last season. Upending Boise State won the championship game against San Diego State. UNLV in the West trying to contend this year. The 3rd down play goes nowhere. Tafisi makes the tackle in the backfield. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that time Utah State in the cover 1. Everybody man across the board, 1 high safety. Tafisi, his responsibility right there, the running back, was able to read that screenplay, come up and make a big play on 3rd down. Credit this defense for continuing to fight here in the second half.
It's one thing, Ephraim Banda, he's just been encouraged with the way his Utah State defense has been playing, even through some of the struggles in the win column. They've dropped 2 straight. Only win for Utah State, a week 0 victory against UConn. Cooper Jones with some space. Zigzags back to the opposite side before he is clipped down. Olotoa on the tackle for UNLV on special teams.
Utah State, the football, Blake Anderson's face. Classic. Desperation time for Utah State. Football down 18. Coming up next, our coverage of college football wraps with the San Jose State Spartans going head-to-head against the Western Michigan Broncos. Keep it right here. CBS Sports Network, Carter Blackburn, Dante Whitner. We'll have that one for you. Last 5 Mountain West champions. Utah State did it last season. San Jose State the season before in the shortened COVID season. And the Mountain West has been a volatile conference. You've had surprise teams, and the question becomes, is UNLV this year's surprise team? Bonner to work. Guns it deep down the seam. Vaughn there, knocked away. Jonathan Baldwin, the safety in coverage. And it brings up 2nd down.
Jonathan Baldwin right there. Step for step with Terrell Vaughn. Able to make a play, almost intercepted it. But I'll tell you what, talk about this Mountain West Conference. UNLV is as good as any team in this conference. And if history repeats itself, there will be a new winner this season. UNLV certainly in that conversation.
Wow, that's a big statement there as Cobbs makes the catch. I mean, you look at Utah State last year, it's not like they were preseason in the top group in the projections. And the year before that, San Jose State wasn't projected to contend. So the Mountain West does have surprises no matter which division, this being the last year of divisions. Bonner keeping that gunslinger mentality. Vaughn underneath, hauls it in. Touchdown, Utah State.
Great throw by Logan Bonner right here, but even a better catch by Terrell Vaughn, adjusting to the football, over the shoulder, double move, starts inside, then breaks out, gets behind the safety, adjusts to the football on his right shoulder. That's a really tough catch to make. Terrell Vaughn, a special player, able to make that play.
2nd touchdown of the game for Terrell Vaughn, his first 2 receiving touchdowns for Utah State. And here is Levi Williams in on this 2-point conversion attempt. They flipped the formation and then fake the reverse. Cobbs to throw, and it's caught by McGriff. Touchdown, or a 2-point conversion. That was an interesting wrinkle to that play, getting a lot of ball handlers involved with deception, and they get the 2-point conversion to pull within 10.
Yeah, nice play design by Coach Anderson, Anthony Tucker in this offense. Got UNLV thinking that they were going to pitch the ball to the quarterback. Instead, he fakes it. Utah State gets in the end zone for a 2-point conversion, down 10 points.
College football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. UNLV and Utah State to begin the Mountain West for both of these teams tonight. 2 Eastern. Our experts highlight today's play from coast to coast. Watch Inside College Football right here on CBS Sports Network. UNLV touchdown, 2-point conversion. They are within 10. And can Utah State get the onside kick if they elect to go that route? Instead, they kick it deep with 6 minutes left, down 2 possessions. They're all anticipating during the break the onside kick, but Blake Anderson wants to kick it deep. Time to go for our player of the game, brought to you by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Brumfield has been the man for UNLV.
He's done it all, Chris. Running the football, throwing it, making great decisions. He's led this team to the 34-24 lead that they have right now.
Efficient and explosive. Starts this one from the 25. Imagine we'll see a lot of Aiden Robbins, the junior from Louisville, Kentucky, a transfer from Louisville, picks up a few on 1st down.
Well, UNLV is certainly going to be looking to run the clock out with their running game here. They'll be in 4-minute offense mode. Try to run down this clock as much as they can to finish this football game. Interesting decision by Utah State to kick it deep. I think the last 2 drives, and you see it there, a nice run stop by Utah State. The last 2 drives, you saw Utah State defense make a play, get a stop on 3rd down.
Well, they take a timeout as Utah State stopped the clock with 5:36 left. 3rd down upcoming for UNLV when we return. All right, Robert, we'll revisit your keys to the game that you had ahead of time and take a look at how UNLV's built the lead.
Yeah, you know, the winning one-on-one matchups, we've seen it throughout the football game. Kyle Williams, we know he went down with an injury earlier in the game, but won the one-on-one matchup there for a touchdown. Pressure on the quarterback. Logan Bonner, 4 interceptions tonight. Confidence with Bonner, right? Although he's made mistakes throughout this football game, talking about Utah State here, he's bounced back, throwing 3 touchdowns in this football game. But they're going to need to answer here on this drive.
We've seen the good and we've seen the bad of Logan Bonner, but he's been the guy throughout. Back to work here on a screen. Terrell Vaughn is wrapped up. Forward progress marks him down. Jordan Morgan, the first one there, and we're approaching the 5-minute mark in the 4th quarter. Utah State has to work with tempo.
Got to get up to the line of scrimmage here. Not necessarily in a hurry-up offense per se, but certainly want to approach this with a sense of urgency.
Comeback route, Nana Davis near the sticks. And move the chains. 1st down for Utah State. Again, Baldwin in coverage.
Nice precision right there by Logan Bonner. You saw him set his feet, step up in the pocket right there. Didn't like his first target. Found Nana on the outside for a 1st down.
Bonner looking near side again. Ryan Cobbs makes the catch.
Ryan Cobbs that time, very smart play. Make the catch, gets out of bounds, stops the clock.
Enough for them to reset the ball, then the clock will wind again. 2nd down and short. Utah State's offense has been on the field quite a bit over this last stretch of plays. UNLV's defense getting tired. Comeback route, there's Justin McGriff by the 41. He's marked down there. He caught it in front of Noel Williams. Just up of 11.
Justin McGriff attacking his outside leverage as if he's going to run a go route, then stops on a dime there. Comes back to the football, makes a good catch.
Outside, number 7 defense. That penalty is declined. 1st down.
We saw Marcus Arroyo use a timeout on a previous drive to give his defense a break when Utah State was moving the ball. I wonder if we'll see that again if this tempo continues.
Well, we haven't seen the long drives that we were accustomed to by this UNLV offense in the 1st half. This defense has been on the field a ton. In the 2nd, Utah State looking to take advantage of that.
Precious time right here, though. Play clock winding down. Clock is moving under 4 minutes left. You still need 2 scores. There's Bonner on play action. Happy feet in the pocket. Throws it high near the sideline. It's incomplete. Trying to climb the ladder with Baldwin in coverage of Terrell Vaughn.
Is an incomplete pass. Got it down.
See right there, Terrell Vaughn going up and getting it. Just couldn't get his left foot down before his right to get the catch.
3:48, 2 timeouts left for Utah State. They've moved the ball in this 4th quarter. Enough to complete the comeback here. They were the comeback kings of the Mountain West a season ago. Comfortable with double-digit deficits. Bonner off play action. Hit in the pocket, ball out. Looked like it was on the ball going back, so it's a true fumble. At least for now, it's UNLV football.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. 1st down.
Tavis Malakias on top of it, and that could be the knockout blow for UNLV.
UNLV 10 sacks this season, coming from 9 different players. Hadn't really gotten to the quarterback on a consistent basis tonight. Right there, they get to Logan Bonner in a critical situation in this football game.
Yeah, that arm was going back. Empty going forward. Adam Plant Jr. on the pressure. You mentioned the balance of sacks. Yeah, 10 sacks, 9 different players coming in. Adam Plant Jr. was the only one with multiple sacks. And UNLV's coach Marcus Arroyo, a big boxing and fight fan, he talks quite a bit about you got to get that knockout blow. That might have been it.
Yeah, he's big on finishing games. He can play
Healthier this year than he was last year, so they're not afraid to attempt a longer field goal. But you got to get there first with only 43 seconds left. Bonner, clean pocket, has an open receiver right there. It's McGriff to the 30. All right, with 36 seconds left, no timeouts left, clock stops to move the chains. You spike it here, and you think about that field goal.
I'm thinking about kicking the field goal right here. Nice to see Anthony Tucker attack the middle of the field with a dig route. This is the play I've been trying to get them to run all game long. Logan Bonner finds his target.
Bonner's throwing. You need to get the first down or out of bounds here to really help things out. Dive ahead is Cobbs, but the clock is down to 16 seconds. And he does have the first down, which is enough to stop the clock to move the chains. For Utah State here, I feel like you have to spike it and then try for the field goal.
Yeah, I mean, they should have spiked it the previous play and kicked the field goal. Wasting precious time right now.
With 15 seconds, they're not taking our advice, and Bonner to the sideline, and I don't know how much that's worth as Cobbs on the out pattern. That just uses up 6 seconds, and you don't get much.
Yeah, I mean, with 10 seconds left to go in the football game, you're not really putting yourself in position to have a real chance at the end of the football game. Your chance was 2 plays ago when you had an opportunity to spike the ball, kick a field goal, because then you can see what you do, what you need to do.
Behind the crossing Cobbs, and now just 5 seconds left. And you've really run out of options. Again, being down 2 scores, 10 points, it naturally leads to the get the field goal first, try for the onside kick, and then the Hail Mary. But they elect a different strategy. Bonner, meanwhile, taking hits late. And remember, he was injured in the last game of the season, the bowl game last year against Oregon State. He was banged up a lot last year, though. Took a lot of hits. That was one of his best qualities. His toughness continues to showcase itself here in 2022.
I want to go back, Chris, because they had the ball on around the 30-yard line. There was still just over 30 seconds left to go in the game, right? You kick a field goal. Now you're in position to kick an onside kick with maybe 25 or so seconds left to go in the game.
Noah Williams with the finishing touches with the interception. UNLV caps off the win. They're 3-1 for the first time since 2008. For Robert Turbin, our entire CBS crew, I'm Chris Lewis. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of CBS Sports. We'll send it to San Jose. Carter Blackburn for Western Michigan at San Jose State. Good night from Logan.